not going to be responding.
I'm not going to want to type. I'm just saying, can I type?
No.
Okay.
No.
So in the recording, this won't pop up either, right?
No.
Whoa, look how delayed it is.
I know. It's okay.
But it's going to sync up with the drums
So
and me and everything?
change it if you want. Here. I don't know if I can change that. Good. So you already know which song you're starting with?
Yeah. So I remember when we watched that thing, it's like, hey, if it's not lined up right. Oh, is it just doing that because I'm live and then it's like couple seconds delayed? Okay. Yeah. But I just want to make sure that the drums is going to match like what I'm saying. Can you guys...
Let me just go out and
yeah, and then listen. And we go live in 2 minutes, so...
Okay.
Need to...
It's okay. You want to talk for a little bit and give a couple people time to get on there and just say, hey, tell me your name, where you're from, and then you'll see it on your little chat. That kind of gives us time to check it.
Yeah. Wifekins, can you hear me? Hello. So we're going just to check the thing here. So we got bass, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, snare, bass, bass, snare. Let me change the transition. Bass, bass, snare, bass, snare. It is.
Yeah, let me just keep going.
Bass, bass, snare, snare, bass, snare, tom, 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 bass, bass, snare, snare, bass, snare, tom, tom, tom.
Good. Put some music on so that we can just check the levels, make sure that's good too.
Looking through the paper though he doesn't know to read. Not to something that has never showed him anything. Understands the weather of the winter's on its way.
Huh?
Said you're good.
Good.
All right. So I'm going to change it over as soon as you're ready here. If we don't mind. I want to move it.
Let me know. Are we live yet?
Are you ready?
I'm so excited. Uh-oh. Trackpad battery very low.
Can you plug it in?
Yeah.
It says excellent connection, so we're good.
Good.
Tell me as soon as you're ready.
All right. Let me just check something here. So, you could be mine in bloom. For whom the bell tolls.
I would just say kind of interact with people for a little bit first.
Right.
And then I'll kind of help you with keeping track of more requests that come in.
Okay.
You might want to make sure you're not doing all hard ones or all easy ones.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Go ahead. I'm ready. And I'll be able to see their chats up here, right? What they type in? Okay.
Yeah, and you're even going to say, I'm going to just type and say, hey, I'm Amy monitoring the thing, blah, 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 whatever.
Okay.
You'll see it each time. All right, here we go.
Yep. Hello, hello. How's it going? This is the live. So I'm just going to chat for a little bit, let everybody kind of get in here. Some people get in here. I've had, I believe, 6 requests on the live post that I made talking about this. And for those of you who did not see the post, what this is about is all the requests that I've had from you guys, my viewers and subscribers, who have asked me how to play certain songs or play rudiments or whatever that you're wanting to play. And I'm breaking them down per request for you guys. Yeah.
Just
Can you guys hear me okay? Everything good? If you would just type a reply, yep, can hear you, or heck no, man, what are you doing? Alex, how's it going? Can you hear me? Good to go? Let me pull this up too. Yep. So Alex, where are you? Let's see. Rob Taylor, how about Porcupine Tree? On the spot, Porcupine Tree. Crazy, man. Of course you would do that to me, Robert. Robert's one of my weekly students, so he figured he would just pick something insane. And I mean, I can do it. That's fine. If I have time, I will. All right, you can hear me. Sweet. Awesome. Leanna, hey, how's it going? A little low. A little hard to hear me. Let's see. Loud and clear. Night Rider, what's up? Harrison, what's up? All right. Sweet. Okay. All right. So would you guys say I need to turn my mic up a bit, or is it good, do you think? Loud and clear. Night Rider. Sweet. Louder. Okay. Let me just turn it up let me turn it up a little bit. Hang on one second. I think it's just different on the live, I guess. Like I said, this is my first time doing it live, so you get to see all the screw-ups, if there are any, right? Yeah, so maybe it's just different levels on lives, because this is the same. Huh? Oh. It's better on the audio. Up a little. Okay, give me a sec. Let's see. Let me turn that up real quick here. Hang on. All right. Check. Check. That should be good, I think. Is that better? Dub B. Thanks, Leanna. Appreciate it. Appreciate the confidence, man. All right, so just a little feedback too. You know, it's funny because I had asked you guys, what you wanted me to do for you. And all right, thanks, Dub. Appreciate it. I had asked you guys what you wanted me to, break down for you, and some of the requests involved quite a few, like hi-hat chicks and drags, and like the one that's probably the most active is Paul Simon's 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. And ironically enough, after that, let me switch to my foot view. I re-injured my foot, if you can see this ace bandage and compression sock on there. Long story short, ironically enough, somehow I tore 3 tendons in my foot playing drums, believe it or not, a year ago. So I just re-injured it like Friday. So it's like horrible timing. So I may not do the drags, but I will still explain whatever parts that I need to that have some of that. All right. Alex, what's up, man? You saw my eyeless video, and the way it broke it down helped. Awesome. Glad to hear that, man. Thank you, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in here. So the first thing I am going to cover is You Could Be Mine from Guns N' Roses. This was Night Rider. Night Rider, I think you're in here, right? And you requested the intro. So also, full disclosure, just for fun, right? I'm also going to take some live requests that I may or may not have heard the song. And the reason I want to do that is not to be show-offy or anything like that. It's because I want to show you guys how I figure out what the drummer is doing. So it's going to be ear training as well as just showing you what to do, because I want you to know how to do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love you guys watching my videos. I hope you always watch my videos, but I want to teach you how to listen to some things yourself. And really, ear training is like an onion. There's many, many layers, and there's ways to listen into the music. And my weekly students can definitely attest to this, that once I point something out, they're like, oh, I totally hear that, man. Nice, But until I do, it's hard to tell what is being played sometimes. So I'm going to show you that, guys, as well, not just show you what the drum part is. So we're going to kind of teach you how I learn what they're doing, too, because I can't memorize 1,000 songs. I mean, no way. Night Rider, sweet, you're here, man. All right. Jermaine, good to see you, man. All right, here we go. Let me pull it up here. You Could Be Mine, Guns N' Roses. Okay, so let me just listen to it really quick. So I did pre-listen to a little bit of this. I probably spent 20 minutes on all 6 requests, so like 5 minutes each or something just listening. But I'm just going to start here with Knight Rider's request of You Could Be Mine from Guns N' Roses. Okay, here we go. Okay, all right, so the first thing I'm doing is I'm identifying where the snares are, right? The snares stand out way more than the toms do, and arguably even the basses stand out. So I'm hearing this. Watch, let me change my camera here. Okay, check it out. Right, so I know it's going to go tom, snare, snare, tom, crash, just from listening to that. Let's listen one more time and then I'll break it down. Okay, so we can hear that where those snares are. All right, now, so what he is doing is this. By the way, Knight Rider, I like how you picked such a nice, slow, easy song for my very first live to do. It's so slow and easy. Just kidding, it's really not. It's it's pretty quick. Now, one thing is deceiving in here. He actually is doing double bass. Now, you can do that with 1 foot, or you can do that with 2 feet. Obviously, I'm not. But you can do it with 1 or 2. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to do mid-mid and then bass, right? And you can do right, or right-left, doesn't matter, right? I'm going to go ahead and do doubles just because it's easier to do this and less motion, but you can do either one, right? But what you're doing is this. You're going mid-mid, bass, and then you're doing snare, bass. Right? And then you're doing high, snare. Oh, sorry, so you're doing mid, bass, snare, bass, high, bass, snare, like so. So mid, bass, snare, bass, high, bass, snare, right? Okay? Now, after that, let's see what he's doing. And if I'm going too fast, just let me know, Knight Rider. I can break it down a bit slower, but that is what's going on so far. Okay, then we have 2 more toms. So we have mid, bass, and the bass is always in between. So mid, bass, snare, bass, high, bass, snare, bass, and then snare, bass, high, bass, mid, and then we do a crash. Let's check it out. Right? Okay, so we have one more time. I'm just going to say each one time. So mid, bass, high, bass, snare, bass, high, bass, mid, crash, right? Okay, and there we go. Now, the tricky part about this is how you go from the crash to the tom section. That's not a very really common transition there. So first off, you want to make sure you crash with the snare. And then after the snare, if we listen, it goes down the toms. Watch. So if you listen to that, it goes crash digga dut dut, crash digga dut dut, crash digga dut dut. Right? So like so. So that transition again is crash, high, mid, floor, snare, high, mid, floor, snare, high, mid, floor. Like so. So that is the first step. Knight Rider, good. I am so glad that you requested that, man. It's super, super fun. Let's check it out now. There we have it, man. All right, so I hope that was helpful, Knight Rider. Thanks for that request. That was really cool part, man. All right. Yes. A request, part 2. Let me see. Part 2 of Iron Man. Nice. Thank you, Maya. I appreciate that request. Iron Man is full of tons of tons of songs, tons of fills. So if there's a specific one you had a question about, let me know. If not, I'll just, depending on time, I'll see if I can randomly just pick pick an area of that song or something for you. All right, so the next request is going to be In Bloom. This was David's request. He had a question about the triplets in there. You didn't give a timestamp, so I'm guessing you're talking about a minute and 18 seconds into the song here. Let me just play it so you guys can hear what I'm talking about. So what he's doing here is this. Right? And the second time is a bit different. But all right, so let's check this out. Let's listen to it a little bit deeper here, and I will go over what I am hearing and why. So first of all, he's doing heavy hi-hat. You can just hear the rattling, the really heavy. You could also argue it's a crash cymbal. Sometimes a heavy hi-hat or a crash cymbal is hard to distinguish. And sometimes you either just really, this would probably be more for like more in-depth your training. But pretty much when you have a situation like this, is it heavy hi-hat? Is it crash? It's a heavier sound for sure. You can tell a few ways. The easiest way I would say is if you listen to other parts of the song and you can hear it more in isolation, you can tell, oh, okay, that's the heavy hi-hat. I can hear it rattling against each other. And then you listen to this part and you hear that similar pitch of the sound, then you know it's heavy hi-hat. If you hear it's a little bit more ringing or less rattle or no rattle or different pitch, then you know it's a crash cymbal. So that's how I tell that difference. So let's see. You can hear that rattling. That's heavy hi-hat. And it stayed the same sound, so it's heavy hi-hat. That's how we tell that. All right, so the beat here, let's listen to that really quick. So he's going, right? Bass, 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 snare, snare, crash. Okay, and it kind of matches the lyrics too. Don't really, what's it say? Don't know what it means, I think is what he said. Yeah, don't know what it means, right? Let's listen again. Okay, so that part's gonna go bass, 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 snare, snare, crash. Don't know what it means, and the crash is means. That when he says means, that's gonna be your crash cymbal. All right, so on that section, just to go a little bit more in depth on that. Whenever you go from the snare to the crash cymbal, right? That's a very common music theory question that is or more of a technical question, like when do I hit the hi-hat, do I not, So minus listening to the song and seeing what the drummer does, the answer to that question is a lot of times it's optional. So if you're ever doing a snare and hi-hat and then a quick crash, almost always you can do with the hi-hat on the snare and then crash, or you can do without the hi-hat on the snare and then crash. Because it's simply so fast that it's almost arguably irrelevant which one it is. Now, it's not 100% of the time that's going to be accurate, but most of the time that is going to be the case. So you can do either one there, really. All right, so let's go on. So now we got... Let's see what's after the crash. So we have bass snare next. Now, the fill that he does is something similar to this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to listen and see how many snares does he hit in the fill, right? That's going to tell me if he's doing... 3, and then it's more of a triplet feel around the set, or if he's doing 2, and it's still a triplet feel, but it's more split, like triplet, 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 like so. then I'm going to know how to stick it correctly based on what I hear. So knowing how many snares is here is very, 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 very important. Let's listen and see. And you know what, just for fun, if you guys have a guess or you want to guess how many snares he is hitting, please say so in the chat. So I'm hearing 3. You know, just to be on the safe side, let's just slow it down a bit. For those of you who don't know, you can slow songs down on YouTube. All right, so I think it's 3 snares. Let's see. Yeah, it's 3, right? Let's listen again. Right, you could argue it's 4, but that 4th one sounds more like a higher pitched tom to me. You could argue it's 4, but we're going to go with 3. So it's... Now, the way we're going to stick this is 3 snares, and then 1 high tom. So right, left, 3 snare, 1 high, 2 mid, this is the final triplet, and then 1 floor, mid, floor. Triplet, trip, and then, so it actually ends there. Right? Now let's confirm that really quick. Yeah. Yeah. So now that we've done that, let's kind of look over the counting here a little bit. Don't know what it means. A triplet 1. So when I counted that, it's actually a little bit different on the counting because the snare starts on a. So it's a triplet crash. A triplet crash, which if you notice changed the sticking, right? So there's this is where music theory is so crucial, because music theory tells us that if a hit is on the downbeat or the and, you generally are going to do a hit with your right hand. It's not 100% accurate, but most of the time it is. You're going to hit on the downbeat or an and if, or you're going to hit with the right hand if it's a downbeat or an and. You're going to hit with your left hand if it's e or a. So now that we know the counting here, it's a triplet, right? Crash, bass, snare, snare, crash, bass, snare, a triplet, 1, dun, 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 a triplet, 1. So now applying music theory, it's going to slightly change our sticking. You could do it the way that I stuck it earlier, but music theory says the proper way to do that is this way. A triplet, crash. Now if you notice, I ended on the right hand on the crash here versus the way I explained first. Without applying music theory, I said crash left hand. Triplet, trip, and then crash. So I wanted to explain it in that way because even though that fill would fit, music theory-wise, it's incorrect because I'm not sticking it properly and I'm forced to hit different drums to make it work here so that I'm not crossing over on a left hand. So the proper way to do this is a triplet crash. Left, right, left, like so. And then 2 high toms. And then 1 mid, 1 floor. Now, I do 2 high toms here because I want to go right hand here. If I go right, left, right, there's nothing hindering my right hand. If I go left, right, left, oh, well, shoot, I'm hitting my stick, or I'm in danger of hitting my stick, and I got to get it out of the way really quick. So another helpful tip is generally, if you go from high tom to mid tom, you want to lead right hand if it is multiple hits that are happening here, right? You want to do that. You don't want to cross over like so. So the sticking again is left, right, left, right, left, crash. Right? Okay, that is the triplet section there. I want to show you that second fill with music. Do me a favor, guys. Comment on this on the comment bar if you hear a difference in the second fill, because he doesn't just do the snare and toms, he does only the snare drum. And I want you guys to tell me if you like, don't have to, but if you'd like to, if you hear the snare. See how it stayed at that snare pitch? It didn't go boom. It went crash. So it was all the same sound. Watch, listen to the difference between the two fills. So we know that's all snare on the second fill there. All right, very good request, man. I appreciate that. Again, that was from David. Thanks, David. Shout out to you, buddy. I appreciate the request. My wife is cueing me. Yes, ma'am. Alex is requesting Hollywood Park. Drums start around 30 seconds. 30 seconds to a minute. Rest of the song is pretty much the same. Okay, cool. Hollywood Park. All right. You know what? Why don't we just do it? Hollywood Park. Let's see. And I'll be honest with you guys, truly. If I have never heard it, I will tell you I have never heard it. If I have, I will tell you I have. It's just the honor system, right? But yeah, let's go over that. So Hollywood Park. Let's check it out. Hollywood Park. Let's see. I'm assuming that's by the Airborne Toxic event. Is that right? Alex, is that right? Oh, it is. Okay, it says in there. Okay. All right, let's see. Yes, Dub, it does hurt when you hit your fingers. That is true. It sucks a lot. I've done it before. Actually, quick fun story. The worst thing I've ever done, besides hitting my private area, let's just say that, my nuts. I was playing so heavy, man, and I just bow right on there. It hurt so bad. But the worst thing I ever did, I was jamming out, man. I was playing this. It was in concert too. I was playing this concert, and I don't remember what I was doing or what I was playing, but I was really rocking out pretty hard on the song, and my stick went in my nose. Like, I think it pointed to my brain, man. That's what it felt like. My brain hurt. Like, I couldn't see. My eyes were all watery. I was like, this blood just got all over my hand and stick and shirt and snare drum. It was horrible. I just started gushing blood out of my nose, like, bam. And I pulled it out, and as soon as I pulled the stick out, it was just blood everywhere. Oh, my gosh, it was terrible. I've only done that once, and I've been playing roughly 30 years, man. So I don't know how that happened, but I just, like, pretty much stabbed my brain in the middle of a concert. It was horrible. Horrible, man. So I finished, though, man. I was strong. My man card was super sharp that day because I kept going, but it was painful, man. It was rough. All right, so where did he say 30 seconds? In Hollywood Park by the Airborne Toxic event. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right, so a couple of things. One, I've never heard this song. Two, the quality, it's almost like, I don't know if I don't think it's an older song, but maybe it is, but the quality of it, it's not very clear. It's not very Robert, are you saying it makes more sense because you see why I have brain damage or something? Is that what you're trying to say, man? Rob's one of my weekly students, so pretty fun. But anyways, so I don't know if it's just the quality or how old it was or what, but it's hard to distinguish exactly what the drummer's doing. And normally I would take some steps, clean it up, put it through a program called Moasis, which my Epic audio person did introduced me to. But for time's sake, I won't do all that. I'll just do the best I can with the recording I have here. But I would say it's probably this. may not be that instead of this. Which, actually, really quick before I jump down that long, deep rabbit hole there of where I could go with that, let me just show you what I was doing. What I was doing was paradiddles, right? Rudimentary application to the drum set is cool because I think every drummer on the planet can agree if you just play paradiddles on the snare drum only for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, there is a level of fun and excitement in that, but it's a heck of a lot less redundant and more exciting if you apply it to the drums. So this is paradiddles applied to the drum set. So I'm doing paradiddle and then paradiddle like so. And the reason I do that is so that my left hand's open and it's got plenty of time. Right? If I don't do paradiddles and I just do single stroke rolls, that's fine. I'm just going to do what's called a crossover, which really looks cooler, but it would be this. Oh, so you already see I already hit my stick once, right? I just did it again. So I think you can see two reasons why I don't do single stroke there. One, I probably hit my sticks 4 times, right? And I really truly was not trying to hit my sticks. I just did. The second reason is because I have 2 options, right? It makes sense. Like the road the less distance to travel, the faster you can go. I mean, it makes sense, right? It just makes sense. If your limbs are going here to here versus here to here, they're going to be able to go faster here to here, right? So my right hand is going all the way over, and I have to rainbow so I don't hit this hand because it's hitting really fast 16th notes. So instead of doing that, hitting my sticks a bunch of times, which I did, I do paradiddles, and watch how free my left hand is. I've got an extra little hit in between there to get back. So paradiddle, that ra, the lets me have a little bit more time. But on the way there, I'm just cruising, man. Like I got plenty of time to do that. Now, full disclosure, if it's not that, then it's going to be this. Oh, by the way, the bass and snare pattern is just bass, snare, and you could think bass-a-diddle, snare-a-diddle, bass-a-diddle, snare-a-diddle. Right? Like so. And just for fun, you could have some fun with that. Like, right? Those are all paradiddles. I didn't do anything but paradiddles. So if you got bored and you're like, you know what, I think I just want to have some fun with it, you just do the paradiddle and just think, what else can I hit? And I do that. I'm like a little kid with shiny ball syndrome or ooh, squirrel. You know, I'm like, what else can I hit? I need to hit something. So I just look at stuff, and if it looks tempting, then I hit it. That's pretty much it. But anyway, so if it's not that, then it's this. You could do that. Way more chill. It would sound like this with the music. But I'm pretty confident that's not it. I'm pretty sure it is the crazy fast floor toms. So who requested that? Alex? Was it Alex? Yeah. Alex, thanks for the request, buddy. I appreciate you. I actually enjoy being put on the spot. I really do. I think it's super fun. And just a little bit of background, too, on me and how I teach. I mean, you see how I teach because you see my videos. But how I teach live is a lot like this. I mean, I want to make it fun. I want to make it interactive. You know, if you don't like country music, I don't want to teach you country music. If you don't like heavy metal, I don't want to teach you heavy metal. I can teach you what you need to learn with the songs that you enjoy, and it makes lessons way more fun. And you stick with it for a long time or forever. So I'm just a big fan of that. But all the time I have students request, hey man, what do you want to learn? And, you know, if it's like Rob, who's in here, my student, who said I have brain damage, and that explains a lot why I stabbed my brain pretty much. Then, you know, he's going to be like, hey man, can you play like, you know, the hardest song on earth that you've never heard before, please? I'm like, sure. Yeah, let's do it, man. Anyway. All right. So, you are welcome, Alex, man. My pleasure, buddy. My pleasure. Okay, so let's go to the next song. So we did Could You Be Mine from Guns N' Roses. We did In Bloom by Nirvana. Next is For Whom the Bell Tolls by Metallica. And Metallica truly is one of my favorite bands. I love Metallica. It is awesome. Okay, For Whom the Bell Tolls. And this is from Leanna. What up, Leanna? You said I think I need glasses, man. I'm old. 2 minutes, 29 seconds to 2 minutes, 39 seconds. So let's see here. We're back. Okay, so full disclosure, I have heard this song many times, as I love Metallica. I have played this song. So full disclosure, I'm not doing this on a whim or, you know, first time hearing it or anything like the last song that I showed is. Okay, so let me just demonstrate what this is real quick. Why they do not know, won't testify. Why they do not know, won't testify. Okay, now that's actually what it is. Okay, all right, so let's break this down a bit, all right? So right here, let me find it. Okay, so what I'm listening for is the first layer of an onion, for example, is three things, right? The first layer is basic three things. Snare drum, where's the snare drum? Bass drum, where's the bass drum? And hi-hat, where's the hi-hat? And when I say hi-hat, I say that loosely. Hi-hat / crash / ride, but that's where you get deeper into the onion, right? So I'm listening to this, and if you listen, there are no basses on this. And in Metallica, I love that they really crank up their bass in the mix, so you're probably going to know if it's a bass drum if you're listening to a Metallica song, and Lars is going nuts there. Even though, well, yeah, anyways, never mind. But yeah, you're gonna you're gonna know if it's a bass drum probably once you get used to ear training anyway. All right, so listen to this and you'll hear that he is doing this. Let me change camera. So it's right? So basically I'm doing a rough and a snare, right? So rough snare and then crash with snare. And then I crash with the bass drum. So when you listen to this, I want you to listen to the difference between all of this and the next crash, and you're going to hear that boom of the bass drum. Right? Listen to it, and if you like, tell me what if you heard it. And you, like, again, you don't have to, but if you want to, tell me if you noticed that. One more time. So you hear that thud of the bass drum, right? You hear that. So you can hear that distinct bass drum sound there. So that's the beginning. And then you go back into it. Now this part, I like to stick this a certain way. But before I show you that, let's just listen to it real quick. Okay, so what I hear when I hear that is actually a little different than when I played it at first, right? Because I hear the first tom is higher pitched, the second tom drops in tone. You can hear the tone difference. Watch.
Not insane from the pain that they surely know. Not insane from the pain that they surely know. Not insane from the pain that they surely know.
So it's like da 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 da, right? So you could argue the rest of them are on the same, but what I am going to show you is this, right? Now, full disclosure, it's not super important, okay? If you do this, or this, or this, I would say that one you probably don't want to do because he definitely goes down the toms, but it's not overly important, right? That would be perfectly fine. So I just want to explain that. You know, the tones you hear from the toms is a minor thing, but it does matter because it tells you, it can tell you how to stick things based on what you hear. It can tell you, it can reveal how the drummer played something, which is definitely a more advanced level of ear training. But a lot of the things that I've shown in videos are determined not by audibly hearing it, but by what I would say like deductive reasoning, if you will, of, well, I know I heard him do snare, high, floor, mid or something. So I know I can't stick it this way. It must be stuck this way, right? So sometimes that'll answer your question. So which tom it is important, but it doesn't really matter hugely in this example, specific example. But you do want to be as accurate as you can because you're playing Metallica, and it just sounds cooler anyway. All right, so what he's doing is this. Now watch my right hand. It never changed. It went right, 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 right. So music theory tells us that anytime you can keep one hand the same, do it, right? For a really basic example, if you're doing this, you want to keep the right hand the same. You don't want to go because it changes the right hand. You can, it's fine, but music theory tells us keep it the same, and what happens is this, and this is so important. This is really good, whether you want to play this song or any song, this is good material, because the more things you can do on time as a metronome, which our hand turns into a metronome on that fill, so it's going to help tremendously with the timing of that fill. Da 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 da. Boom. Then the more on time you're going to be on the song, right? If you can keep something as a metronome consistent, or if you can keep have a timekeeper that doesn't change, or a hand that does a certain thing, even if it doesn't hit exactly the same all the time, that's going to help you in your timing, right? Even down to fine details like, I'm going to close my hi-hat at a certain time so it's on time with the prep stroke. The prep stroke is on time. So all these things are a little bit deeper involved, but they all come to the same conclusion that the more limbs and the more things you do on time, the better, right? All right, awesome. So let's see what's next. Leanna, thank you for that request. I appreciate that. The next request I had was Rip It Out by Ace Frehly, and it is 1 minute and 48 seconds to 2:15, and this request was from Jonas. Thank you, Jonas. What up, dude? All right, I am trying to copy paste here. There we go. Let's see. Okay, where did I say 148? That's right. Well, Jonas, thank you for picking such an easy, simple, chill song. Right? It's like a bedtime lullaby, right? Man, that's so cool. That is awesome, man. All right. Well, there's a whole lot going on there. I think that we may not have time to go over all of it, but I'll definitely dive in at least some of it. Let's see. Or Amy, do you want to tackle this one? Yeah, sure. Amy is an awesome pianist. Let's leave it at that. All right, here we go. I'm a horrible. I'm a drummer. That's it. You put me on any other instrument, it's bad. So, all right, let's see. All right, so this first fill. Oh, full disclosure, I have never played this song. I think I've heard this song like once, a long time ago. So this is like fresh. I did listen to it just a little bit before this, but not much. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we got crash, snare crash. Alright, let's see if that sounds right. Yeah. Crash, snare crash. Right? So it's crash, snare crash. Right, left, left, right, left, crash. Right? And just real quick, the reason why I want to do that, the right, left, right, is this, right? It's 1E, a 2 is the counting on that. 1E, a 2, or 3E, a 4E, and a 1. I guess technically would be it. 3E, a 4E, and a 1. But the reason I want to do right, left, right is because if I was doing straight 16th notes, let's just say 1, it's easier. 1E and a 2, for example, then my sticking is right, left, right. You're already very comfortable with that. But if I do right, left, right, oh, I got the rhythm. And I just hit the rim. So if you're struggling doing that rhythm, then just hit the rim as kind of a crutch, if you will. Right? Now, then when you're used to it, you can take the crutch out. Like so. All right, since there's a lot to this one, let's jump into the second one. Okay, so that one's, I believe that's what I heard. Let me just see. Yeah, so heard a bass on that first one. Okay, then. Yep, all right, let's see what's next. So, let's see, hang on. Right? Crash, snare crash, 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 crash. All right, let's see what's next. Okay, so there's 6 snares here on this fill. Again, because there's so much on this one, I'm just going to kind of fast forward explaining how I can hear that. So we got that fill. Right? So that's 6 snares, and then 2 on each. Okay. After that, okay, so we got, let me see if it's doing the bass driving there. Yeah, real quick, another fun thing to talk about is whenever you have a snare, sometimes if there's a bass with it, it can blend in and it's hard to hear, but the bass is with the snare here, so it's... Right, and there's also a hi-hat in here. Watch, listen, I'll point it out. Right? So what we're going to do is this. Right? 1E, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... like that, right? So now that's a whole, I could talk about that for forever on ghost notes versus accents. And also the hardest thing to do here is go from this, from the hi-hat to the snare again, and it be a ghost note. You're going to be tempted to go, right, have it louder on that snare after the hi-hat because it's moving. Not necessarily tempted, but you're going to do that unless you have a lot of control over your stick heights and dynamic contrast. Right? All right, now after that, let's see. Now next. So it turns those 16th notes into triplet feel, right? Digga 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 digga. It's a triplet with your bass while your hands are still doing 16th notes. Triplet, triplet, triplet. Like so. Now let's see what's next. Okay, let's see what's next. So we got dun dun dun. Now we get into the crazier part here. This is about 2 minutes. Let's see. So we got let's see what's after that. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to count how many times does he do that. How many times does he do that? So let's see. 6. So if you count the snares, there's 6 snares there, right? Watch, listen again. Right, so we got... right, and then we crash, bum, bum, bum. Now you could do that several ways. You could do snare, high floor, and if you watch my right hand, it's like a windshield wiper, right? So I can leave my hand here and just windshield wiper it over, right? Instead of, you know, really stiff and your whole arm's moving. It's way easier to have that wrist move it. Right? Another way to do it is snare high bass. You can do that way faster. Right? So you can do either one. Either one's fine. And then it goes, I think it goes crash to crash, crash. Let's see. Yeah, so it goes. So, right? Now let's see what's next. Or, let's see what's after that. Okay, so we got bop 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 digga 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 boom. That's 2 16th note triplets. So let's try that with music. There we go, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Digga da digga da digga da digga da boom. Let me listen to one thing real quick. So he does not do a full 16th note triplet here. He does, I believe it's 4. Let's see. Let's see. So he's doing 4 snares. So it's right. So here's the thing on this. Okay. So this fill, it would work fine the way I did it. Triplet, 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 crash. Right. There's 2 16th note triplets. You can do triplet, triplet here, and then split the triplet, 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 boom, like that. But since he's doing 4 here, we just alter how many times we hit each one. We know we need 12 hits. Triplet, triplet, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then another 6. So there's 12 hits total. So instead of going 6, 6, we're going to do 4. And then if the easiest way is we did 6 the first time. So if we're only doing 4 this time, then we need to come up with 2 extra hits. So instead of doing 6, 2, 2, 2, we could simply do 4, 4, 2, 2, right? So we did 4 instead of 6 here, but we did 4 instead of 2 here, so it evens out. There we go. So it's the same thing. It ends up the same way. All right, so for time's sake, guys, I think I'm going to stop there. Who requested that? Jonas. Hey, man, thanks for making me feel super out of shape because I'm, like, sweating now, so thanks a lot. Crazy. That was super fun, man. So I hope you enjoy that, and if you want me to do the second half of that, I will request it for the next live because I'm going to do this at least once a month. By the way, I'd love some feedback from you guys in the live chat. Are you liking this so far? Am I dragging it out too long? Is it fun? Is it entertaining? I'd love to hear some thoughts and feedback on that. I appreciate it. All right, so or if you're watching it after live's over, I'd love to hear what you think about it because this is my first time doing this, so I don't know. I hope you guys are really enjoying it. All right, are there any other requests live here? I was trying to keep it within an hour, so we got like a few minutes left. There is? Final countdown, 3:12. From Chiefin. Thean, what's up, man? All right, so final countdown, 3:12. Sure, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. All right, let's see. Oh, by the way, Tate, Hard Rain Fallen was requested by Tate. What I'm going to do, Tate, is I'm going to put that on the next live. The reason why. Same with 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, because my foot, if you saw in the beginning, is wrapped with ace bandage because my tendons are a little bit jacked up right now. So if I do drags, it's not going to be pleasant for my foot later. So I'm going to do that one when I can fully show you what he's doing. All right. What's up, babe? Did you say something, maybe? No? It's okay? All right. My lovely wife, Amy, thank you, Amy. She is moderating for me so that she can keep up with all the chats and everything and show me what I need to see. So, all right, let's see. Final countdown. Let me pull it up. Final countdown. Let's see. And you said 3:12. Let's see. Very cool, very cool. Okay, let me listen to that. So there's a whole lot of other sounds going on that are really loud. Let me see real quick if there's a version that has it a little cleaner really quick. Hang on. Maybe this one is a little cleaner audio. Okay, so at the beginning here, what I'm hearing is 3 doubles with the snare and then 1 snare, and there's basses in between that are very fast. So he's doing this. Let's see here. So it's like the snare part anyway is. I believe that's it. Let's see. Yep. da 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 da, and then a whole bunch of basses in between. So. Okay. So I'm doing that with one foot because, you know, my left foot's angry, but you can certainly do that with two if you choose to. If that's too fast, you can do that. But basically you're doing, right? Let's see. So we got snare, snare, dig a snare, snare, dig a snare, snare. Now, then we got dig a snare, snare. So you can always do two kicks there. If it's too fast, you can always do one. That's not a problem. All right, let's see what's next. Okay, now the rest of that. So that part's gonna be that part's gonna be double kick, I believe. Like you're gonna need two basses to do the rest. So I'm gonna stop there. But yeah, so it's da 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 crash. Let's just confirm that. Da 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 crash. So you got, and then you got piles of basses in between that, right? Which you would definitely want to have a second pedal for. All right, very good, guys. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this and had a good time. Thank you all again for hanging out with me during the live. For those of you who are live, I really appreciate it. And and for everybody who watches it after the live is over, I hope you guys really, really enjoy that. And I am going to be doing this regularly. So I'm not sure 100% if I'm going to do it once a month. I may do it once every other week. Have we decided that, babe? How often? Once a month for now because the holidays, and then maybe after. And how many people watch it, right? So, so if you guys like this and you want me to continue doing it, please let me know. Comment on here. I'd love some feedback. Huh? Like it, share it, comment that you, hey man, dude, keep doing this. It's great. You know, if you enjoy it and you want me to keep doing that, please do let me know. So that I know that you want me to continue doing this because I'm doing it for you guys, because I know that I can't get to every video, full video that you guys request, but I can help with as much as I can. All right, so guys, thanks again. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate you. Thanks, Chiefin, Leanna, Richard, everybody that commented. I really appreciate it. Was there anybody that I didn't get to their request, babe? I think there was some. Richard, bass pattern of the Wanton song. Oh yeah, I know it. I know what he's talking about. Yeah, that's crazy. Richard, I tell you what, man, do me a favor. Comment on this video of what you would like requested on the next one. So if that's your request for the next one, then just confirm that in the comments, and I will do that for you. By the way, one thing before I go. If whatever songs that you are wanting me to do on the next one, comment on here. I'm also going to do another post later just because I know it was a long video. It was like an hour, so if people didn't get to the end of the hour, I'm just going to do a short announcement post. Just, hey guys, comment on here. Let me know what you want. But you're welcome to comment on here also. I will be checking this one. So thanks again, guys. I really appreciate you. And as always, have fun, stay awesome, and rock on. Thank you guys. It was super fun doing my first live, man. You guys didn't take it easy on me either, and I appreciate that. You guys, I don't mind showing anything, but you guys were like, yeah, let's do these crazy drum solos and drum breaks and, craziness. So they did not take it easy on me, huh? No, it was pretty intense stuff. So thank you guys. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next live.